Okay, I guess I've waited long enough. I've felt this, the grout, and I can't depress it now, okay? If you can depress it and push it in too far, you may want to let it dry up a little bit. And because I'm using this type of sponge, you know, just a regular kitchen sponge, it's slightly different than the tile sponges. The tile sponges are thicker and stuff, and I probably could have done that, you know, flat, but and not let it not wait as long, you know. So I'm just going to start wiping this off, and I'm going to do it nice and easy and a little bit at a time. Pressing a little harder where I need to, you know, on the outside. And if I have to use the scouring side, I will. See, I'm on the scouring side. I'm just kind of going over the top right now. You know, getting the excess off and stuff. I'm not like depressing that line in. And I could have started this a little bit sooner. Because see, I can wipe it off now, and that's good. But see, I can still work it. Okay. And I can see I need to just work it a little bit. You know, back and forth. And you'll see pretty much how much to do it. I mean, I could even do that if I feel like I need to. I can do the scouring side just a hair more to get it the same down there. And then I might have to depress it just a little to get it about where I want it. Had I not, see, like I say, there's a fine line. Had I not waited as long, I would have been able to mess with it a little bit less. Know what I mean? Okay. And when I get all done, if I really wanted to do, well, when I get to this point, I'm just going to keep going. But if I want to do just a hair more, I could take one of those, that little metal brush to it, or even my toothbrush. Yeah, that was the one I kind of goofed up on initially, right? I think I just got to kind of depress it a little bit here, because that was the one that was kind of slightly off. All right, I could see, in fact, I did too much right there. Look at that. I did just slightly too much. And I've got a little bit in here, but it's not. It's all dry now. I'll get some off of this next bit. I'm just using my scouring side, and I don't want it to get flat. I want it indentated, because I know the edges are indentated. Okay. So, if anything, maybe I want it just slightly indentated. Starting from the very corner, right up next to the carpet. Now I wonder if I should go the extra mile, and let's see, because I weighted ever so slightly little. You're gonna have to humor me. I got a little spoon. Okay. Let's just see if I can get it just depressed in there, just a hair. It wasn't much, but see, I waited just a hair too long, whereas before it was too soon. Okay, so I know the next bits. I just got to work a little faster, and I can because it's hardened up just about right. I'm taking my scouring side. Now, you don't have to do your scouring side if you get it just exactly at the right time, but and I'm still thinking it's ever so high. Okay, so I can do that with my finger and depress it just a bit. Now I know that grout line is just a hair wider than all the other ones because it had a slight crack to it from before, if you watch those videos. So I just want it, you know, I want it to look as best I can. That's all. Maybe feel like I'm depressing just a hair there. Okay, like that. Put my sponge on there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I don't think it's going to look any better than that if you were to pay somebody, you know, to come out and fix this. How much would they have charged you? $150, $200, $250 to take that little grout line out and come out here the first time, look at it, go pick up this material and sit here and wait for it to dry, mix it up, all that. He'd still be out here. Just this little project, 4 hours, maybe more. $150 an hour. What's that? 600 bucks? You can get a, oh yeah, you can get a handyman to do it. Maybe he'll charge you $400, but it's not going to look much better than this. And in fact, if he doesn't do it exactly at the right time, maybe you'll see it and think, oh man, why didn't he wait a little bit longer before he wiped the grout off? And where these transitions are, I need to make sure that it's just the exact same, so it doesn't look like there's anything in there, see? And this line is just a hair bigger. Yeah, I'm liking that. I think I can live with that. And even the little bits where I use the nail set to try to get out some little areas, you got to be really careful because if you hit some heavy grout, you think most of it's loose, but there's a couple spots and you think, I'll just take my nail set or take something else. If that pushes in at an angle just ever so slightly, all it has to do is hit the edge. I didn't hit the edge with the nail set on the point of the nail set. It was the edge of the nail set. You see, and it's slightly chipped, some of the tile. But if I wasn't paying any attention, I could have chipped a whole lot more, cracked the tile. You know? Okay? So I'm actually liking that, and I'm going to keep going just like that for the rest of it. Okay? And what I ended up doing, I took my wet finger, a couple times, passes through there, boom, 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 you know, as that was drying, to wipe off some of the excess. You can do that with a wet finger and stuff. And then when I get the rest of this exactly like this over here, if I'll look at it again, and if I want, what can I do? Well, I can take my metal brush, my scrub brush, if I want it, you know, if I saw a little high spot or something, and do a little bit, if I wanted, if I thought I needed to. And I know, like I said, even if this was exactly the same grout, let's say I had a bag of the existing grout when my parents purchased this house, and they probably did, and over the years, it could have been used, or it could have been thrown away. Lots of times, whoever's doing your grout and your tile, make sure they save some extra pieces. I've seen some extra pieces in a storage area in the garage, but I didn't see any grout. But what I'm saying is, even if I would have found the exact same grout, it would look lighter than everything else, because this grout is 20 years old and it's dirty, it's discolored. If the sun hits it in certain areas, and that, you see what I mean now? And so over time, this is gonna relax. It's gonna change colors ever so slightly. I'm just gonna depress this with my finger a little. It's gonna change slightly, and then it's gonna get slightly from wear and tear and walking down the hallway. It's going to get a little discolored, and it's going to blend right in with the others. So I'm not really too concerned. And when it lightens up, it's going to change. It's going to slightly change this. Now, I'll just before I do the rest, you see how that color is just slightly different than these? Well, first off, it's not exactly the same stuff, and secondly, this other stuff is dirty. I've cleaned it 3 different times over the last 10 years. There's no way I'm going to be able to match this exactly. Even if I would have thought, okay, I want one tinge lighter than this, then guess what? Maybe it blends in right this minute, but down the road, when the traffic patterns get through here and when everything gets dirty, you might look at this line and say, son of a gun, VideoJoe was right. It's not blending in now. It's darker than everything else, slightly. You see what I mean? Because it'll get discolored, and you try to match it exactly 20-year-old grout color. So I'm not really too concerned about it. And as it is, I'm actually quite pleased at how close it is, because if you look at that, you look at the next line, and look at this line. Doesn't it? It almost looks the same. And mind you, this is still wet. That grout line is still wet. It's going to take hours for that to dry. All the moisture. It's like a wet sponge under there. It's got concrete or sand in it too, and that is not going to make the exact color that it is until tomorrow. Do you see what I mean? Because it's still drying out. When it's moist, it takes on slightly different color, and that's why when you're doing patches, it's very difficult to get the exact grout match. I don't care if it's in the kitchen, in a backsplash, a bathroom, shower wall surrounds, the shower floor, wherever it is. It's hard. It's just hard to get it perfectly matched. So you've got to think about that stuff. And they didn't really have anything much closer than this, so I thought, hey, I'm going to make it work. Worst case scenario later on down the road, if this looks a little bit lighter, which I don't really think it would be, you know what I could do? I could put anything on there to make it a little bit darker. I could put some dirt on there for that matter, wipe it in there, clean it back off, scrub it off with the with the simple green, and it would have just a hair dusting, cigarette dust, charcoal, you know, anything, oil, motor oil, dirty motor oil, in the garage, depending what you need. I wouldn't do that for this white, but I'm saying there's certain things you could do if you wanted to get it just slightly darker. But like I say, I'm really not going to worry about it. It's going to blend in. When people walk in here, the first thing they're going to say, do you really think they're going to say, what happened to your grout line right there? No, they're not going to. And over time, it's going to lessen and it's going to get dirty, okay, with just walking and stuff and cleaning. When the cleaners come here, they clean the floors, they mop the floors. You're going to get a little bit of dirtiness here, over to there, over to there, over to there. Some of it's going to set on top of your grout line, and it's just, trust me, it's just going to start blending in. And as you can see, where I patched right there, you see this? Doesn't it look about the same as that over there? I think it's really gonna look good when it dries. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm gonna keep working on this, and then I'll show you what I do up along that edge. Now I'm still getting ready to do this with the sponge, but I just wanted to talk to you about the bucket. When you get done with that, don't pour that down the sink, okay? Thinking it's just dirty water. It's not dirty water. If you remember, this is sanded grout, so it's got little tiny bits of sand in there. If you pour that down a drain, guess what? All the sand bits are going to be caught down into the P-trap, underneath your sink, in your toilet, in your janitor's utility sink, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm gonna end up doing when I get all done with that, I'll pour the water out outside. Okay, and if you got a landscaped area, you could throw the remnants in there and kind of mush it in your bark or your sand, dirt, whatever. But what I'll probably do is I'll pour the water out, and then depending where I'm pouring it, where I'm dumping it, I might take a paper towel and wipe in there and try to get most of the excess sand out of there before rinsing the bucket out and tossing that into the bushes or something like that, okay? Be mindful of that.